Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading which I don't think I've ever done. This reading is going to be what are you healing in your life right now? And this is going to be for those of you who really need it because you're here for a reason. I feel drawn to say if you'd like to, please subscribe to my channel. The button's down below. I also do various different types of readings. I do tea leaf and portrait and all that beautiful stuff. So if you want to, please check down below. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We have three groups here. We have number 1 with the black tourmaline, group number 2 with the clear quartz, and group number 3 with the green fluorite. I'm also going to be doing how to overcome what you're going through as well. I like to provide practical information and to help you with whatever you're going through. I don't just like to leave you hanging and just say, get on with it, girl. Okay, so we're going to be providing some really practical information today and going to give you something to ground you. So let's get started. Start off with group number 1, and like I say, if you'd like to please subscribe, and my Instagram is also down below if you'd like to check it out. If you don't, that is totally fine. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. Group number 1 with a black tourmaline. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading. So I'm going to, do I want to take these off? I feel like I'm going to take these off because I feel like the microphone will keep picking up on the beads, so we're going to leave those there. Okay, so today we're going to be doing what you're healing right now and how to overcome it. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Let's get started. So you guys chose the black tourmaline. So black tourmaline in itself is very protective. So I feel for you is this crystal would be very good for you right now if you're feeling overexposed. It will help ground you. It will help you come back to nature and connect back with your core, and to help you with any protection around toxic energies, around people who want to take from you, especially my empaths. This is very good for you guys. And it's also really good at just helping you to stop overthinking. I've been using it a lot recently and it's been really helpful. So yeah, I also do have a crystal shop and I do have black tourmaline. It's just not available on the listings. If you'd like one, just give me a message. Where do I want to put her? I'll put her here in the corner. Okay, so we're going to start with the first card we have here. So we have the 6 of Cups. This is probably going to be quite a heavy reading because this is about childhood. So just bearing that in mind. What are you healing in your life right now? So you guys right now are stuck in the past, feeling like things are unrealistic, feeling this energy of clinging and inability to let go or forgive. This is very Scorpionic, and as I'm saying this feels like really in the heart chakra. The heart chakra is mainly ruled by your guys' energy, and I was feeling like a lot of the reading messages that we're going to get today are about the heart chakra because I got so much green from this group, and I also have the green fluorite, which I chose here today as well from the other group. And green crystals are very much to the heart chakra, and they kind of ground you as well. If you're feeling very kind of very much connected to your heart, this is going to be a really good one for you guys to really focus on in this reading. So if you're kind of struggling with the past, this is definitely your reading. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm feeling is water is going to be very healing for you. So if you're kind of avoiding drinking water, if you are feeling dehydrated, if you are basically not showering or bathing enough, this is your push to go have that bath, go have that shower, empty your bowels. And that sounds really weird to say, but anything very practical and very much to do with your basic needs to happen now because your body is craving just being looked after. And I know it's really hard, especially if you are going through a lot. So that's why I'm telling you, like, I'm encouraging you, go have that pee, go drink that water, whatever that is, very basic needs. Okay, so if you covered that, then great, come back and hello. If you've come back from that peeing, such a weird thing to say, but my reading's always very honest, so that's why we're here. Okay, so let's have a look and see what else is about this 6 of Cups in the reverse. So 6 of Cups in the reverse, it feels very stuck, but it's not, it really isn't going to be stuck for a long time. This is extremely temporary. It feels like a bump in the road. And when you got a bump in the road, you kind of got to approach it slowly, got over it, and then you can zoom off. So sometimes this road bump will slow you down. So what you're going through right now is it's getting you to slow you down so you can concentrate on the details. So when you come out of it, you've got so much more the more knowledge you have, the better for the next stage. So the reason why you're kind of feeling held back is because you're having to focus on the details, because if you don't focus on the details and the foundation, how the fuck are you meant to basically just move forward? How are you meant to figure out all the other bits? It's kind of like if you don't have, in this day and age in society, which is crap and not real, I could rant, but I'm not. When it comes to society and it comes to money, those two, you have to have money in a society. In a tribe, no, which is where we're going, and I hope we go there soon. When you have money in a society, you have to have money to be in a society, which is totally wrong, but anyway, I'm saying it on a very basic level, okay? I'm trying not to rant, because I will, because I don't like money. It's very fake. Anyway, I need to stop ranting. So basically, you guys need to focus on just one thing at a time that keeps you grounded. And I want you to just do the bare minimum. What I'm seeing is it's like you can't have a house without money, which I will say is not natural. First of all, society is a bunch of bullshit. But basically what I'm saying for you right now is basic needs, practical needs is you need to have one thing and then it connects to another. So you can't actually go towards the goal that you want without starting here. It's kind of like, I want a business, I want to do this, I want to do that. It's like, okay, well, how about you start with the first thing? How about a logo? How about what website would you like to be on? What payment would you like to use? Would you like to use cash? Would you like to use PayPal? Whatever. Like, it's kind of like, don't try to get over here before you start here. And I know this is probably, I'm picking up like a Leo energy. There's this need to like rush because you're scared that it's not going to work out. But you're actually perpetuating, you're actually perpetuating the future. Like, you're almost sabotaging the future, because if you don't actually start here now, then you won't get over here. So it won't work out. So yeah, basically, so what I feel for you is there's a goal in mind for you, and you have to start here. And sometimes you have to figure out basically what's not working and what is working, and just really go from there. It isn't lost. It actually really isn't. Just at the moment, it has to be messy. It's kind of like I'm picking up a hoarder's house. So you can look into a house where it's extremely messy and busy, like anywhere that's busy, a road with traffic, a city with loads of people. You can't fully see the environment because it's too packed. You have to clear it out to see what you're really seeing. So when it comes to clearing your space, clearing your mind, you just got to start with one thing. Start with removing one thing, whether it be meditation or whether it be going out in nature just for 10 minutes. It literally is like getting yourself to do one tiny thing at a time, and realizing that that is enough to get you to where you're going to be. Because if you don't clear out this section here, you can't get over here. It's kind of like, it's like saying, I want a tidy house, but your house looks like a shit tip, basically, through no fault of your own, if that's something you can't deal with right now, but it looks like a shit tip, and that is the honest truth. So it's kind of like you've got to deal with what you've got right now, and if it looks like a shit tip, maybe you should start clearing a tiny section of it. That might make you feel a bit better. It's kind of like one thing at a time. I don't really know what I'm saying, but the basic thing of what I'm saying is you just got to start from one tiny thing. Whatever you can do this moment, what is that? What do you feel like doing? Because if you're feeling busy and uncomfortable, how the fuck are you meant to get over here in this goal? Okay, you got to start here. So it's not punishing yourself for not knowing where you're going or what you're doing. It's literally like, okay, what am I being dealt with right now? And then how am I going to deal with it? It's like, don't worry about what's over here. You literally have to do what you have to do right now. Okay? Okay, so there's definitely a lot of water sign energy. So you guys could easily be a Leo or a water sign. So a Scorpio, I'm getting Virgo as well. Scorpio, okay, these are the signs we're getting. Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay, so this is what you are essentially going through. What you're healing in your life right now is this need to know everything. That literally sounds like me. That's like a literal psychics thing, is like we have to know everything. You got a difficult decision to make and you're weighing up the options. What you are healing, and they're not telling me. This is it. Let me see. What you're healing is this need to fix everything. That starts with one tiny thing. You are not in charge of everyone's emotions. You're not in charge of what you don't know, okay? You can only deal with what you're dealing with. If you're somebody who has had narcissistic parents, controlling family members, controlling friends, controlling work colleagues, you always feel like you're doing something wrong. You'll always feel like there's something wrong with you, and you'll feel like you have to fix everything. Sometimes we can't fix it. Sometimes we just have to do one thing at a time, and that is enough. You are allowed to not feel good. You're allowed to not know where the fuck you're going. So right now we have the Fool in reverse. This is going to be you very soon, but you've just got to keep going with it. And basically what you're healing is just not knowing, and also not having to fix everything, which is a really hard thing for especially people with Virgo in their chart, Cancer, and anyone who's an empath, basically, which is probably most of you. And how you can heal it. Let's have a look into it. I feel like I'm seeing a love heart around here. So I really want to encourage you guys to bring in anything from rose quartz to green aventurine, green fluorite. I'm hearing pearl essence. Pearl essence? I don't know what that means. But they're saying something to do with a pearl, like pearl essence. I don't know what that means. But yeah, wear some pearls as well. Even if they're, not fake ones. I think pearl would be really good for you guys. Okay, I know I use this tarot deck a lot. I'm sorry if you guys are really bored of it, but I fucking love this tarot. This is the Beginner's Tarot I think it's from a online store called Saint Soleil. I think it's spelled STSOLIEL. I don't know, I can't remember, but I'm sorry. Beginner's Tarot. Okay, so how can you overcome this? Keep being brave. Oh look, it's come out in the, you can't make this stuff up. It's come out in the upright. Right, here we go. This is some really good messages. Oh, this is so satisfying. I haven't done tarot in ages. This is yeah. Fucking love doing tarot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I needed to do this video today. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Right. This is some really juicy stuff. I can't even get it out because I've got so many things to say. You are doing an amazing job. Okay, I'm going to pull this out, get you guys some room here. You guys are doing an amazing job. Okay, you are doing such an amazing job that you don't realize how amazing you're doing. Okay, you've had a lot of people who have been very oppressive to you. What's happening right now is you're seeing the wood for the trees, and basically what you're seeing is you're seeing the reality of what's going on. If you are somebody who has hidden behind abusive behavior, if you have had anything from disassociating, I'm going to say very bluntly, if you like anything from like Disney and you really connect to very childlike things to help you deal with a lot of turmoil and conflict, this stuff is shoving you right in front of you. It's being shoved right in front of your face. What it's saying is you are so brave. You are so brave. You are so amazing. And what's happening is this is really hard to say because this is something that I've dealt with too, is you're being shown what the reality is of what's going on in your life. It's not the shadow is being revealed. The veil is being lifted. When you're somebody who has tried to pretend to be somebody your entire life, who has tried to ignore or tried to cover things up for other people, people pleasing, shove stuff under the rug, scared of conflict, things like that. This shit is hard because what it's saying is you can't keep doing that because this isn't actually fair on you. Like, this is something that has been going on for a very, very, very long time. And because of Pluto changing signs into Aquarius, we're being really shown like you don't have to deal with the abuse anymore. This is actually abusing yourself as well. So how you're going to overcome this is you're going to look at your shadow side. I would really highly recommend shadow work if you feel ready to do that. I would say having some really uncomfortable conversations with people and honouring even if they don't understand it, walking away if they don't understand. You are not here to fix people. You are not here to change them. It doesn't mean that it's okay because at the end of the day, people shouldn't be treating you badly. But conflict is very normal and it has to happen. Like, you have to get comfortable with saying how you feel with people. Really get deep with what the issue is, and I'm hearing I don't care how you do it. I want you to do it in whatever ways you need to do it. You can journal it. You can actually speak to the person who's really affecting you. You can have a really good old conversation, maybe an argument that needs to happen. I'm hearing I want to encourage an argument, and I don't mean an argument as in like you're shouting at each other. I mean like I want you to just get really brutally honest with what's going on. You can't keep doing this the way you're doing it. And do you know what's really funny? There are literally 2 pigeons doing it right in front of my fucking eyes. And this is so funny. Like, I kind of want to show you guys, like, this is actually so hilarious. They've stopped now. Like, there's two pigeons literally doing it right in front of my eyes. I don't know why that is a symbol. Maybe it's your sexual side. Maybe it's your sexual power. Okay, how you can overcome this is to go back into the past, into your memories, and to peel back the layers of why you've been treated so badly, why you've enabled it, why you can't deal with the conflict. These things are very normal though. This is how you've dealt with stuff, and this is a really beautiful aspect of you, but it's holding you back from actually being your true self. When you reveal your mask, you might be scared of what people think about you underneath, but actually the right people will see the real you. You won't have to wear a mask in front of people anymore. You won't have to hide who you are. And I know it's hard, because if hiding has kept you safe, then it will be difficult to be yourself. But this is for the best of what you need, and you are prepared for this. You can deal with this, okay? I'm going to pull you one of these cards before I carry on, and we'll see what this is about. I think it's Scorpio. I think it's fears. Aha, focus on the positive. That's a nice one. That's really nice. That's actually really nice. Yeah, because if it's feeling really heavy, it is hard to focus on the positive. Life isn't lost. Life is just weird. That's what they're telling me. Oh, that's really cute. I want to read this. Look at that. Darkness, lightness. Beautiful. Perfect. Okay, so underneath we have release control, Taurus. Unfortunately, you have no control essentially of how you go about this. So you can literally go about this in whatever way you feel comfortable with, but you can't control this anymore. You can't try to people please your way out of this. I know that's really hard, but you're doing it. You're doing such a good job. Like, I can't even explain how much you're doing it. Like, I know it feels weird right now, but you are fucking doing the damn thing, okay? So we'll have a look into actually no, they're telling me they want me to look into it now, so let's look into it now. Okay, so look at the Moonology deck. This is the Moonology deck. So full moon in Cancer, and I'm getting so much chest stuff. So you might have had chest issues in the past. 86. Fear and neediness may now be at play. Fear is debilitating, while neediness isn't usually very attractive, which the way they word this is really skanky. I actually don't want to shit on this person. In my opinion, I don't like the way they word this. So I'm just going to read this and I'm going to tell you what I think of it. Okay. Okay, so basically it's getting you to really connect to your fears. It's basically saying that you need to face your fears. That's literally it. Like, facing your fears. One thing at a time. Thing is, you can do this. You can do this. And also is you are allowed to take breaks. If you're feeling like everything's too much, then, you know, I'm not even going to encourage drinking, but drink a bit of alcohol if you need to, obviously at the right age. You know, soothe it. Soothe your body in whatever way possible to get you through these fears. And I don't encourage doing stuff like that, but if you genuinely can't cope and you need just a little bit of something to take off the edge off, you know, herbal medicine, there's, you know, or CBD oil, things like that. Don't be afraid to just go for it, try that. And maybe it's medical, maybe medical tablets. I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but don't be afraid to just give yourself a bit of an oomph, because you can't always do this stuff by yourself. Okay, you're going to get so much better and clearer in about, I'd say no more less than 2 weeks to 10 days to 2 weeks. I think you're going to feel a lot clearer. You're becoming much more comfortable in your masculine side, which is really, really good. And that's perfect. So we have the Page of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ace of Pentacles. Are these actually in the reverse? And they're saying yes. Okay, so it says self-love, imbalance, disharmony, breakup, doubting, intuition, and then a new material offer. I think you're going to move to get a new career. I think if a lot of you guys have been debating on moving for your job, I'd say highly recommend, go for it. How to overcome it, how to overcome what you're going through, is to stop putting yourself down and to fill up your cup with things that you love doing, and to break through all this uncomfortable shit. Like, if you know you want to do something, I want you to actually do it. I want you to actually try it, because if you if you want it that badly, why would you stop yourself from doing it? Okay. And then also, I feel you're going to get a lot of money very soon. I think if you have a job or a business idea, I want you to try it. And I don't care. Maybe you're saying, I feel in my head, you're saying, I don't have enough money to start it. What if it doesn't work out? This fear is always coming up for people who want to start a business. It's very, very natural. Okay. So if it doesn't work out, it won't be your business, but you will learn something from it to get you to where you're going to go. I generally feel a lot of you guys, especially if you really enjoy doing it, you're going to earn the money. I really feel that. For those of you who it isn't about money, you are going to meet your partner that you've wanted. You're going to meet the person who's going to support you that you've always wanted. Only when you start to get really serious with who you are at your core, like you are starting to really realize who you are. Basically, this is a slow burn about releasing your detachment over people and reclaiming back your power. I feel like your inner child is screaming to just get some fucking love, okay? And how you can do that is to realize what is not good for you and to not keep bringing it back into your life, not keep taking, not trying to heal from the person that stopped you from healing. Like basically, if you're asking a narcissist who you know is a narcissist how to sort out this situation, you're not going to heal from them. The person who like affected you isn't going to be the person to help you heal. I also feel like your health is going to get better for some of you guys. I think a lot of you guys might go through a bit of a health situation with this because your body feels a bit low. I mean, anything to boost your immune system will really help. And I also feel like anything to comfort yourself, blankets, hot water bottles, you need to treat your mental health like it's physical health. Anything to calm your mind and to give yourself a shit ton of love. What would you do if a baby was crying? How would you treat them? I'm hearing some of you guys saying really weird stuff. Throw it out the window, no. If you guys basically treat yourself like a baby at this moment, that will help you get here. This person is going to help you through whatever you need. I think this is a new relationship coming through. I think this is on the other side of what you're going through. And how you can overcome this, like I say, is all the things I've suggested. And to take one little step every day or every time you feel like it to your creative endeavour that you've always wanted to do. In between all the shit, find little pockets of time to really bring in and do what you need to do to get to your creative pursuit. And then also look after your body and treat yourself like a baby. Really like wrap yourself in blankets, listen to some good music, eat some really yummy food. Fucking treat yourself because you fucking deserve it. Okay. Right, let's get you a couple more cards and then we'll end this reading. So let's get you one of these. Oh, I want to clarify her. She's intense. There we go. Right, you need to lean out for help. I would suggest anything from asking the universe to help you find a therapist to asking for readings, like get a reading from somebody, to asking a pharmacy what you need if you're struggling with something, and to also invest some money into your mental health and physical health. I would say also what you put in or what you get out. So say if you want to have a business, putting money into it is worth it. I'm really, really feeling that. And I know you're feeling really suppressed, but basically it's just a process. This is really a timing thing. You're going to feel a lot better. I'm picking up on Spain, like feeling like you need a holiday in Spain. That could actually be on the cards for you quite soon. Yeah, I feel like you're basically just scared of doing exactly what you need to do. So I feel give it some time, shadow work, therapy, talking it out, journaling. You got to feel, okay, basically you've had fears come up. So what you need to do with those fears is soothe yourself so you can deal with the fears, so you're not scared of them. And once you're settled into the fear and you are not scared of it anymore, your head will clear and then you'll know what to do, what next to do. So that is your reading. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that helps and I will speak to you soon. All information is down below of how to book with me. I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Let's get started with your reading. So one thing I actually heard for you before we get into your reading is personalize the shit out of your life. Really, 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 really personalize your life. I want you to make your life so much about you that is unreal. So before I started doing this reading today, I was struggling to get it started. Sometimes when it comes to doing readings, it's not just about filming and turning on the camera. Like, you have to be mentally prepared to do readings. And I struggled, and now I've started doing it. I actually feel quite good. I feel like, oh yeah, this is like self-love for me, because I love it so much. So this is very personal to me, doing readings. So I want you to do something today, or at least in the next few days, that really feels personal to you. And if you don't know what that is, really put it out to the universe. Just say, universe, help me bring something into my life that feels good for me to do, that I can do today, and just see what comes. Let it come to you, whatever time of day it is. Maybe you'll think, oh, I need to make a meal for myself that I really love. I need to eat some chocolate because I love chocolate. I need to go and do a dance. I need to book a class for myself. Whatever it is, I want you to do it without permission. That's what I want you to do. And that is one of the fears I feel like you're overcoming. And I feel like you're overcoming and healing the fear of commitment and the fear of being loud and bright and taking up space. And I'm seeing like a heart around this card, which is so cute. I love it. Okay, so you've got clear quartz, which is a really nice crystal. So that's really, really lovely. Okay, we've got a lot of reversals today. So we have the Eight of Cups, so I'll bring this closer to you. We have the Moon here as well in this card, which I feel is really nice. Moons and mountains, which is a really intense kind of message for you right now. Okay, so I feel like you're hiding behind something or someone. You may have a partner who you hide behind. You may have a friend who you hide behind. You may always let other people lead you, make decisions for you, because that's how you've been trained, possibly from birth, So we have returning home, aimless, staying in a bad situation, avoidance, fear of change, fully learning from the past. I think that's a typo. Fully learning from the past. I think you are doing a fucking amazing job. First of all, I think you may have relapsed with something. I don't know what it is. It could be an addiction. It could be anything from drinking to going back to an ex or something like that. And I want to tell you, you are not doing anything wrong by doing that. Okay, I want to say you're not doing anything wrong, because you're not. Don't shame yourself for that. Okay, I don't know if I need to bring this light up a bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so what I feel is you're being asked to just be with it. I want you to just do whatever makes you feel comfortable, as long as you're not hurting yourself, because I want you to show yourself what you are dealing with right now. I want your fears to be right in front. I want your stuff to be right there in front of you. I don't want you to keep shoving down your addictions. I don't want you to keep shoving down what scares you. I want your body to show it to you. And I want you to just let your body release what needs to be released. If we keep shoving our stuff down and we get in this cycle of addictions and shame, I know this is a lot, so just please take this reading as it resonates, and please feel free to click off if it's too much. But when it comes to addictions, anything, it could be a person, it could be a way of being, it could be food, alcohol, whatever, or things possibly worse than that. When we go into addiction cycle, we go from addiction to shame, and then we go back again to the addiction. We're trying to basically mask something about us. And I don't want you to stop going into addiction. I actually want you to go fully in it, but let yourself go into it. So when I say that, I mean, obviously doing this in the most safest way. Sometimes if we actually let ourselves go into it consciously, we actually don't want to do it. And what I want to happen is possibly your fear is going to be revealed. Like, what is actually behind those addictions? That is going to help you overcome whatever is going on here, because there's something about you that you're blocking your light, you're blocking being seen. And I think also it's about saying what you want to say to a certain person or to yourself, or being just really honest with yourself. Like, especially if it's things like, anything to do with the body. I know it's really, really hard because you can't just snap out of it. But it could be also that you need to talk about it with a professional, because sometimes you just need support going through this stuff so you can really reveal what's going on. Basically, you're scared of the change. That's basically what's going on, and we're going to see what else wants to come through. Like I say, this is quite a heavy reading, so please just take it as it resonates. I'm not a doctor. Please seek professional help if you need it. Okay. Nine of Wands. You're not alone as well. You really aren't alone. People are going through this as well. This is actually a really big one. Imposter syndrome. Basically, you're scared of people seeing the real you. You're scared of people. You're scared of actually having power, because your power is so amazing. You've probably been shamed a lot for having power. Nice. So basically, at this point in time, you are done with being restricted. You are done with feeling low and contained. You're basically like, it's like that song, Can't Be Tamed by Miley Cyrus. I can't be tamed. That one, where she's in a cage. That is you. You are like, I'm done. I see the cage now. Before you couldn't see the cage. Before you were used to the cage. You were used to restriction. Right now, the reason why things are so uncomfortable is because you are done with the restriction, but you don't know where to go afterwards. So we're going to see where you're going to go afterwards and how to get through it. Basically, you feel like you are not worthy of what's happening to you. Like, you get good things and you kind of push it away. So the reason why you're doing that is because you've probably been shamed for being you. And you are amazing. Your natural being is amazing. So I feel like you're going to start to have strong boundaries and basically protecting your territory. You're going to start to realise, shit, I don't actually want you crossing that line anymore. So I'm going to, maybe if you're living at home, ask to maybe get a lock on your door. Or it could be you need to get more out of the house so you can actually breathe and have space. Maybe it's you don't want to pick up the phone every time someone calls. Maybe you don't want to, you need to have more days off. Maybe you need to have a different position at work. There's little tiny changes that are going to make a massive difference. And that's basically what I feel is going through your head right now. But what you're healing is imposter syndrome and fears around expressing yourself and being loud and proud and taking up space. This will take time, but you are doing such a good job. It says returning home. That's exactly what you're doing. You are returning home to you. You are returning home to your home and where you are needing to be. And when we're at our home, when we're at our family home, a lot of the time we don't get along with our family because they are our main karma. They are our main karma when we come into this lifetime, and they basically tell us who and what we are. They show us who we are. Because as children, we need to have somebody to show us who we are because they're our nurturers. But if our nurturers are going through shit and can't actually nurture us, then we end up trying to find a nurturer somewhere else, a partner, a romantic relationship, a situationship, a sexual partner, a friend, a work colleague. It can be anything. Basically, you're learning to be like, that person's not treating me well. What can I do about it? So let's see. And I feel also is you've also been shamed for, I'm hearing I carried their weight and it wasn't mine to carry. Like, you don't have to carry people's weight. Okay. How are you overcoming this? How can you overcome this? Okay, I want to pull you a couple of cards. What one are we? Okay, I want to pull you a card from the Essential Oils Healing deck. This one is one of my favourite decks. Really good for emotional stuff. So we're going to pull you one of those. And I'm going to pull you one from the, I can't remember what this is called, the Earth Oracle or something like that. Nice. Oh, this is so sexy. This is such a sexy energy. I wouldn't be surprised if you really brought in a lot of red into your life when you first get into this, because this feels really like your root chakra. This feels like your home, your safety, your family. Bearing in mind, I will say, if you don't know this already, and if you feel like this is the right thing for, if you feel like this is accurate to you, take it as it resonates. Your family, whether blood related or not, your family has to make you feel safe. So whether they are your blood relations or not, your family members, if they are not making you feel safe, wanted, if they're not respecting you, if they are not letting you take up space, which most of them don't because it's our karma, then, or if you're really lucky and you have that and that's fucking amazing, then if they don't provide that for you, basic needs, bearing in mind, then they are not your family. Okay, so that basically takes off the pressure of having to be around these people because they are not your family. Blood related, yeah, but if people aren't treating you with respect, you need to get out of that cycle at some point to eventually heal, to then get the life that you want, because those people are basing your life on what they've been through. They are teaching you what they have learned. And if they haven't learned what they need to learn in this lifetime really fully to help you on your life, then it's not going to feel right if they give you advice. So don't listen to them. You don't have to listen to people who are not walking in your shoes, okay? Don't listen to the people that aren't living the life that you want. If people are living a life of restriction and you want to live a life of freedom, then don't ask their advice. It's not going to help you. You can't force this. So basically, how you're going to overcome this is to start spreading your energy around. I want you to stop relying on people who are unreliable. And what I mean by that is, which is easier said than done, I want you to stop going back to people who are not right for you. And what I mean by that is, can you tell me what that means? I don't know what that means. Let me see. Sorry guys, that was my heating. It has a really weird sound. How am I saying this? recognize people's limitations. It's kind of like when you have an allergy to something, you keep eating it and you keep feeling like shit, and then you're like, why do I feel like shit? And it's like, girl, are you seeing what you're doing? So it's kind of like, be real with limitations. No, they can't provide for you, and really realizing and dealing with that grief, because what you're trying to do is, if you're trying to control somebody, you're trying to prevent yourself from feeling grief. So basically, dealing with your grief, crying it out, screaming into a pillow, talking to people who you know are going to support you in whatever way they can. And also just like realize you're a fucking amazing human. Like, if you don't feel amazing, I know that can feel really hard, but over time, when you start to realize, actually, this person can't provide for me what I need, then that's okay. Like, not everyone can provide for you what you need, and it's really sad, but it doesn't mean you're not going to get what you need, because you are. You're going to start to gain so much more prosperity and clarity because you're not putting your attention into an empty fucking bucket. Fuck it, bucket. So basically, what you're healing in your life right now and how you're overcoming it is releasing pain, dealing with your emotions, tapping on it, EFT, Reiki, basically leaning into whatever you fucking can. Things that help me are Bach flower remedies, rescue remedy, EFT, anything that moves your body, Tai Chi, Reiki, getting Reiki done, sound baths, talking it out, getting in nature, and just giving yourself a fucking break. You can't change this right now. You can only do what you can do, okay? This is your journey. It will be messy. Let it be messy. So, basically, persistence is key. One little thing at a time. Basically, if you keep repressing your emotions, you are never going to feel free. And you want freedom, right? So basically, there's going to be a creative spark within you in the next, probably, I feel, 3 months. 3 weeks. I'm getting August as well. That's going to be a good month for you. Bearing in mind, I'm filming this in March, so that's a long way away. But there might be something that comes up in August that is like a spark for you. Yeah, that's how you can overcome it, is to feel your emotions, lean on people who you can lean on. If you can't lean on anybody, then possibly ask the universe to help you manifest who you need in your life. And to also realize, no, you can't always have people around you who support you, but you are, if you've come from a very toxic environment, it will take time to manifest people who are good for you, because you don't know what that fucking feels like. So you don't know how to manifest it. It's like a fucking baby learning to walk. You can't expect it to walk on the first day. You can, like narcissists expecting somebody to do everything for them. You can expect it. It's just dealing with what you're going through right now. Diamond light body. A lot of you guys are dealing with a lot of ascension symptoms. And for those of you who don't know what ascension symptoms are, basically, as humans, we are souls in human bodies. This is my belief as well. Not everyone has to believe this, but this is what I believe. And basically, on the planet, we have these energies. We are very connected to the moon. We are very sensitive. We are we are sensitive to the planets. We are sensitive to everything. So what happens is, when we get like light coming into the planet, we get energies changing and shifting, it affects our body. So you guys are really going through a lot of physical body stuff right now. Rose quartz will help you sleep, I feel. I think it will help you dream as well. And I think dreaming, you may not have very good dreams, or you may not have had dreams for a while. So basically, yeah, you guys are really, you're going for a shift. That's as simple as it is. Sometimes there isn't always an answer. I'm sorry. Okay, this is the Essential Oils Healing Deck. I love this. I think you're going to attract a Scorpio into your life as well. I'm feeling a really strong, either really feminine Scorpio or really masculine, like someone who's really in that energy. So say it's a masculine, it'll be a male. If it's a feminine, it'll be a woman. So a really, really feminine woman or a really, really masculine male. That's the type of person you're going to attract into your life, whether it be a relationship, whether it be a partner. I'm here, I don't fucking care. They're just someone who supports you. Okay, I'm going to recommend you cassia and turmeric. These two, highly recommend. Get some tea with this in it. You can get like pucker tea and things like that. Also, just get it in as it is, and then put it in some water. Essential oils as well are really good to put on the skin, but obviously make sure you dilute it. And also looking into pills that you can take with this in it. But take it as it resonates. You use your intuition, because that's also what I encourage, because it's your life, not mine, and it's up to you how you want to go about it. So let's see what cassia is all about. Provides courage and strength. Okay, this one's a big one actually. I'm hearing she has been very hurt. So I'm sorry if you're a dude. but that's just what I'm hearing. I'm hearing she has been very, very hurt. This is not fair on her. And that's basically talking about you. So if you're a dude or a male or a masculine, you know, this is talking to you as well. I'm just picking up on your feminine side. Okay, so we have cassia. So cassia is to do with providing strength and courage. It's an essential oil believed to bring courage and strength to people who are shy or timid, and to those who would rather hide from the world or their personal issues. It also addresses fearfulness and insecurity while helping overcome feelings of worthlessness, decrease uncertainty, and increase boldness. Let me get you a card. Let's see what else. Nice. It's all in the mind. It's all about getting here and now. When you cling to the past or worry about the future, you miss being in the now. Focus on being present. Getting a sense of being present is really important. So meditation, getting into a safe space if you can, and then taking action from there. It really is about like one thing at a time. Surround yourself with colour as well. I really like this card. This feels really, really good. Getting into a space where you can actually breathe, like being in an open field, being at the top of a mountain, being in a park, anywhere that helps you expand your energy is going to be really helpful. So that is your reading, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to check out my readings, they're down below. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys chose the green fluorite. Hi, she is beautiful. Okay, let's have a look and see what's going on. Oh, put her in the shot. Boop. Okay, she looks kind of like a wand or like a little witchy finger. That's kind of how I see it. The green witch finger. Okay, I also actually feel Taurus from this group. Taurus, the heart chakra, the head, and also gardening. I think anything to do with gardening, botanicals, creating things out of flowers, making soaps, candles, things like that, that could be a really good business venture for you, or just like it could just be a really good hobby for you. So highly recommend. Okay, lovely. Oh my God, you've got it in the reverse as well. Everyone got a reversal. You get a reversal, you get a reversal, you get a reversal. Okay, so this is bad luck, clinging to control, stuck in old karmic cycles, resistance to change, unwelcome change. It's like, hi bitch, I'm coming in the door. And it's like, no thanks. So what I feel for you guys is you've got a bit of unwelcome change. And you're like, hi, no thanks, you can get out now. And the change is like, you got to heal whatever's coming up, bitch. So basically, I feel like you've had an unwelcome delivery, okay? It could be something happens in your life. It could be a letter that you didn't really want to see, something like that. But I'm hearing, how are they going to deal with it? That's the main thing. So we have, what are you healing in your life right now? I think you are healing how to deal with change. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So is this in reverse? Yes. Getting caught out, imposter syndrome. What are they healing in their life right now? Okay, let's get another one. I feel like... Okay, I'm going to be really blunt to what I'm feeling. There's a lot of communication going on. There's a lot of like air stuff going on. So I'm picking up messages online. I'm feeling new opportunities coming in for work. Skype calls, Zoom calls, texts, emails, things like that. Possibly not on dating, but I see you possibly meeting somebody who you really, really like and you really, really love, and you meet them online. So I feel like that could be a possibility that you meet someone new very soon. That's why you've got unwelcome change, because this is possibly an option. Okay, this is one option. A person who's toxic is going to go out your life, or you're going to release them out your life, or you're going to deal with just not having them in your life as much. And then when you do that, you're releasing like a karmic tie, and you bring in a new person who actually really provides you with what you need and gives you a lot of really good communication. Okay, so what I see is what you're healing in your life right now is to not fear change, and it's not really just that, it's a lot of things. Not fearing change, and also realizing you're really capable, like really being self-reliant. But obviously when I say self-reliant, I don't mean, oh, it's just all about you, you know, you have to do everything. No, you're allowed to have people to help you, of course. But I feel like it's about making decisions for yourself. A lot of your life has been, what do they want? What do they need from me? And never being able to really make decisions for yourself. So what I see is there's this fear of being independent, or this fear of being vulnerable. What you're healing right now is to be vulnerable, is to cry, is to feel things, and to communicate your needs, and to show up as yourself no matter what happens, which is really hard. It's a really hard one to deal with, but I promise you this is going to get better. Black tourmaline's really coming out for you guys. Black tourmaline, black cats. I think I'm on soil, like you putting your hands in the soil, like really digging out the crap. You know when you do gardening as well, you're digging out all the weeds. Bearing in mind, weeds are actually really good. They're not actually that bad. It's only when they get into the plants that you need to grow. So it's kind of like the thing that you think is actually not a good thing it actually is a good thing. So if you've got fear coming out, it's actually a good thing that's coming out. Yeah, you might not know how to deal with it right now, but it's good that it's coming out. You might not see what the good thing is, but it's for a purpose. It's kind of like when you get ill, you get better. It's like the contrast. You know, you get into an argument, you resolve it. You feel angry, then you feel happy. It's like you have to see the contrast, and you appreciate it more when you don't have it. So say if you have been really ill, or you've dealt with illness, and then you get better, you really appreciate your body. So basically what I'm seeing is, if you've had a lot of fear, when you actually get out of this, you're going to be a completely different person. Not what you want, but you're not going to really know how good it's going to feel until you finish this. Okay, and on the other side, I see you being able to make bigger steps. So before, you were kind of scared to make steps forward. Maybe you didn't know what choice you wanted. Maybe you didn't know what you needed. Through this fear of like being like, oh, you know, what if I make the wrong choice? What if I say the wrong thing? How about you move it towards, how about what good could happen? What good could come out of this? Focus on the positive. Focus on what you can control. Okay? Hope that makes sense. That's all I needed to say with that. Also, you are a perfectionist, and perfectionism is amazing. Like myself, hi, she says as she moves her her little velvet thing. Basically, perfectionism can be really difficult to deal with if it's too much of it. So you're realizing you're a human being, and you're amazing, and that's it. How to overcome this. Some of you like Lizzo. Some of you really like Lizzo. Why are these all in the reverse? Are these in the reverse? Okay, all right, fair enough. So your plans have been falling apart because, there we go. So now they're in the upright. Oh, there we go. See? Perfect. They've all come out in the upright now. I love tarot. Tarot is just so satisfying to me. Right, so you guys have been taught that not having emotions is how to deal with things. It's not. If you keep suppressing yourself, you're going to carry that into every relationship you have, and you're just going to keep breaking relationships up, whether it's your fault or somebody else's. And bearing in mind, it's normally both of each other's fault, okay? So I feel like one thing you're scared of is making mistakes. You're scared of things going wrong. What I want you to realise is you're allowed to make mistakes, and there's nothing, a mistake isn't a real thing. It's kind of like something that's been created to make us feel bad. You can't make a mistake. Basically, I want you to start experimenting with things. I want you to start realising that you are allowed to try new things. You are allowed to test things out. You're allowed to not know what's happening. You're allowed to get fucking creative and experimental. That is how you overcome this shit, because you're trying to put yourself in a box that is making you feel so damn trapped that you are miserable, and you need to get out of that cage. Get out of it, girl. Okay? How you can do this, one step at a time. Okay? So, a lot of you guys are overworking. I want you to start resting. I want you to give yourself breaks, and I want you to realise that if something isn't working for you, I want you to quit it. And I know it sounds really easier said than done. Don't have to do it right this second. But if something's not working for you, I want you to tell this person. I want you to not go on that date that you didn't even want to go on. I want you to cancel plans if their plans need to be cancelled. I want you to stop making everything, it has to be a certain way, okay? No one is like you. Not everyone is going to judge you. Not everyone is going to look at you and be like, oh, they're this and that. Everyone has different fears. So you can't judge yourself on what other people are thinking, because they're probably not thinking that about you. And even if they are, who gives a shit? They need a life, okay? So what I see is that you're overcoming this fear of having to hustle and to have things so perfect, okay? Especially if you're struggling with money. So Basically, you're going to be feeling down a little bit temporarily, and plans are going to be uncomfortable. But when you actually get used to things falling apart and being messy and getting okay and being okay with things being messy, actually enjoying it, being like, shit's hit the fan. Cool, time to clear it up. It's like, instead of just like literally, I'm seeing you throwing shit at a moving fan, like, you know those fans that you have on the ceiling fans, and you throw it at the fan and it goes around and it's like fucking messy. You were always scared of things hitting the fan. Now they've hit the fan, how about you initiate it? Fucking let shit hit the fan, let things go wrong. Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to prevent something from going wrong, it's probably because that situation is not meant to, is making it wrong in your life. So let shit hit the fan and then clear it up afterwards. Maybe you want to let the shit be there for a while. That's okay. You're allowed to be in the mess. You're allowed to be a human being. You're allowed to feel. You are allowed to not know, and you're allowed to experiment. That is what I want to give you. I want you to give yourself permission to experiment. I want you to try little things. Do some artwork. Do some drawing. Fucking talk to yourself in the mirror. Talk to yourself on camera. Stare at your fucking screen for a few hours. Do whatever you need to do to give yourself some love. Maybe you need to numb out for a while. Maybe you need to be creative. Maybe you need to tell your fucking parents how you fucking feel, even if they don't get you. Like, just go for it. Girl, you got to start living your fucking life. You got to start breathing life into your life. Like, stop trying to make it about your parents, about your friends, about your partner. Stop trying to make it so everyone else is happy, because you are fucking miserable. And this is how you do it. Give yourself a shit ton of love, because that is how you're going to attract your man or your woman. If you are wanting a partner, or if you're wanting community that really loves you for who you are, you got to show up. You got to show yourself who you are. You got to show people online or in person, this is who I really am. And if they don't like it, why are they around you? They don't need to be around you. They can be around other people who are being superficial. You need to be more authentic with yourself. Get fucking creative. Bring in more pink in your life. Wear some pink. I have like rose quartz here. This is actually something I made ages ago, and it's so helpful for intuition. If your heart chakra is blocked, you cannot get messages through. So get that heart chakra opening, girl. You are so worthy. You are so meant to be here. Look at that. Look at that. That is a massive confirmation. Pink everything. Your heart chakra is very, very, very blocked. That is why you feel so trapped, because you've been basing your life on trying to keep yourself safe, which is fucking amazing. Thank your body for doing that. Thank you, body. Thank you for keeping me safe. Thank you for so much for protecting me. But I need to start feeling my shit now, because I am miserable and I need to feel good. And I can't feel good if I can't express myself. I deserve to express myself. I deserve to feel good, and I deserve to let things out of that fucking cage. I need to fucking cry. I need to get angry. I need to start expressing what's going on in my head. Do it. Do it. And if you don't know what it is, maybe start with something sensory. Putting a blanket over yourself, giving yourself some love, painting your nails, smelling some rose. Get some rose in your life. Like, that it needs to, like, yeah, start with the body. If you don't know what's going on in your head, start with your body. Okay? So, rose. Let's see what's going on here. Sorry if it got really loud. I push my body towards the camera thinking like, oh, that's going to make a difference. But I forget that you guys can actually hear me stronger. So I'm sorry if it sounded really loud in your ear. But maybe you need that. Maybe you fucking need it. Okay, so plant some roses in your garden as well. Rose is a massive omen for you, by the way. If you're going through anything, if a rose pops up, it's a massive sign. And also, rose could be a grandparent. It could be someone who's passed on. It could be a name of a road. Take it as it resonates. Also, white doves and pink, all that stuff. I also feel, I'm really scared of feeling things. I'm really scared of being a human. I'm so sorry you've had to go through that. You do not deserve to go through that. That is not normal for someone to... it's not like it's not normal to feel like that. It's completely normal to feel like that. It's not normal what's happened to you. It's not healthy what's happened to you. Like, those people who've made you feel like that, because most likely it's been humans who've made you feel like that. Those people are very, very hurt. And I'm sorry you couldn't get the love that you needed. It's going to take some time, but you're going to feel so much better when you start realising what is actually going on. And I'm sorry you can't feel these fears, but if you stop yourself from feeling them, you are never going to feel better. Like, you're just going to keep going around and around and around, and you are never going to really find the people who are your people, because you cannot see outside of that circle. It's kind of like when a horse is tied up and they can only go around in a circle. If they've been going around a circle for so long and you cut that tie, they won't actually want to go out of that circle, because that's all they feel like they they need, because they're very sensitive, horses. So base your life on that, really, like that metaphor. You have to start stepping out. I know it's scary, but also this is actually such a good message. Thank you, universe. I like this. Playing it safe and avoiding risk. That's what it's saying. You are so capable. Think of yourself like the horse. If you've been tied up to a post and all you have is this amount of space to walk around, okay? If someone comes and cuts you free and says, go be free, you will know that that's not right. You'll think, I'm not deserving of that. Only because of the way you've been treated. It's actually not who you are. You are still a beautiful, living being who deserves to take up space. It's only how somebody has treated you. They've treated you like you need this much space. And if you've been shown that, you're going to believe it. So realise those people outside of you have shown you how much you need. You've never actually been given permission to give yourself space. You have never been able to be the adult in the situation. You've always been the child. So be the adult here now and be like, I actually deserve a lot more space. I know I feel like I don't, but I know that's not true. It's what's been shown to me. And those people were very unhealthy. So why base myself on how people have seen me, especially if they're unhealthy? Okay? So this is to do with tension, grief, that you may have dealt with anything from depression, dry skin. I will say also, and this may be a little bit triggering, but I will say this right now, childbirth, low sex drive, excessive menstrual bleeding. So this may be very helpful for you guys, and obviously take it as it resonates. I'm not a doctor, but this can help you because this is to do with the feminine side of you that is so wants to be seen. It so wants to be seen. This feminine side has been very crushed, okay? She wants to come out. Since ancient times, the rose has been linked to manifestations of the divine. The elegance and intricacy of the beautiful flower was seen as a sign of the Creator's presence. It also symbolises the sacredness of the soul. Rose essential oil is believed to transform feelings of isolation and separation into love. It is believed to help heal emotional wounds and overcome rejection or loss, particularly when these emotional traumas disable our capacity for self-love and nurturing. It stirs comfort and compassion, helps to alleviate despair, and restores a person's trust and ability to love. That is your reading. Have a great day. My rates and crystal shop are below, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye.